Okay, we're about ready to go from Dennison, Iowa. Now, what I'm hoping works is there's this app that's actually just a website that says it works with Google Maps and that it'll take you down the Lincoln Highway. Can you believe I just spent $9 on water? Actually, $9.50. One large ice at Casey's, $5.99, and 2 bottles of water, little ones kinda, $1.75 each, $9.49 on water. Oh well, it's just crazy to me. So just that right off today, we're looking at $23 in gas and $9.50 in water. Something I did learn fairly quickly, maybe other people already know this, but it's best to keep your cooler packed. You want to keep it packed full of ice. A half full cooler just isn't going to work out well for you. See if I can back a trailer out. There we go. I'll let you in on a secret about backing up and safety. Try to never back up, and when you do have to back up, do it as little as you need to, because it's never a safe way to go. So even if you think, oh, it's easy, I'll just back up further, don't. Alright, I have switched to 1080p for this because I'd like to catch a good amount of footage, and the batteries just don't hold at 4K. So this is kind of a little test to see how long my batteries hold up at 1080p. Now I know the history of the National Road, which runs through central Ohio. I know the history of it pretty good. I do not know the history of the Lincoln Highway. All that I know is that it too is a historical piece of highway. From my memory, the Lincoln Highway was one of the first, if not the first, highway all the way across the country. I'm sure you can do a quick Google on that. I'm not trying to be a historian here. No matter what, it was one of the really old highways. Now the National Road, I know for certain it goes back to George Washington's time as just being a trail. The Lincoln Highway, if I remember correctly, does not. It was designed for, I'm pretty sure it was designed for cars, where the National Road was an afterthought. I'd have to check on that about the Lincoln. Maybe at some point we'll find a historical plaque or something that tells us. For the most part, the Lincoln Highway is replaced by Interstate 80. When I was a truck driver, I've been across 80 many, many times. So it's interesting to me what people used to have to deal with. So far, the app is doing an okay job here. I'm not so sure I'll take all these little alignments, like it shows you exactly where the original road was. That may eat up just a bit too much time to head back those little byways. I'm hoping for some good photo shots of old stuff that's left over. My experience with old roads is sometimes you go right past an old restaurant or something and you don't even realize that's what it was. The old hotels usually really stand out no matter what they're using them for now. The old motels always turn into magnets for problems because the owners usually start renting out the rooms for cheap, and that often attracts some undesirables that really screw the place up. That doesn't mean everyone in there is an undesirable. It just means the low price makes it convenient for drug use and that sort of thing. Here we are in Washington, Iowa. The beautiful little Sinclair station. I don't know why I like those, the dinosaur and all. I got the name of the town wrong. That might be Westside. I hope nobody's watching this for complete accuracy. Another old Quonset hut type building. Well, that certainly was a false alarm. The ornery goat. There was nothing to see there. That looks like some early corn over there. You ever hear the term early corn and late corn? Well, they time the corn. So you can have an early field that you start getting out of the field early, and then you can have another field coming right behind that so that you're constantly working. getting a larger harvest. And I think there may be some benefits with, like, you might have had something wipe out your early corn, but the weather might be okay for your late corn. So you don't have a total loss. You still get some profit. I'm not a farmer though. I'm just some guy out on his motorcycle trying to pretend I know something. Should have turned off to go through that little town over there to stay on the original road. Now we're up on a new section. Yeah, I messed up here. We'll take a turn into town and see what happens here. Watch out for the trains. These trains around here don't play. This is Arcadia. They got some solar grid action going on there. Ooh, I messed up. This ain't gonna work. Should have went. Oh well. And we're sailing. It's only every once in a while you see massive operations like that in central Ohio. In northern Ohio, you'll see more of these. But in Iowa here, it seems to be the norm. Now there's the load. Well, we should be coming back into alignment. I will have to be more careful. I don't know what they consider these new sections of the Lincoln Highway. I don't know if they consider that just part of the progression of things, or not even part of it, or there's probably a lot to it I gotta look up. The Walmart. Yep. If their Toyota has new Toyotas for sale. They used to go without saying, but anymore Just because it's a Toyota dealership don't mean they got Toyotas. But they ain't making enough of them. Like this is called Carroll. I don't know if this is where I want to turn. I think I want to turn down there. Yep. The sign for 30. Now the Lincoln does keep the name 30, at least the newer version of it. Keeps that name all the way across. I mean, there are Highway 30s I've been on from New York to all across the country that's intended to be that 30 that was the Lincoln Highway. Ohio, Pennsylvania. Oh boy, got a load. Stores we don't. That's encouraging. I hate to go across the country and see all the same tired stuff. And we should be picking up on it. Yep, there's our sign. Here's your sign. I think that was probably the bulk of Carroll, Iowa. Beg my pardon. It's another Casey's. Stop and get me another $9 worth of water. $9.50 worth. Well, kind of cool. That was a metal salvage place that made things out of the metal they salvaged. Very interesting. Definitely an older building there. The Burke Inn, I bet you that is an old one. Let's see. No, not terribly old. Not terribly old at all. They got a Harley dealer. One of the things I do like about Harley Davidson, they have a vast dealership network. The thing I don't like about them is that you often need them. You can never have it all, can you? Pella. That's where they make Pella windows. At least one major plant. It's huge. Now we know. Pella is a Lincoln Highway business. This is supposed to be a historical marker. Well, it's not supposed to be. It is. I don't know what it's about. There is a gun barrel. And it is in memory of the men who made the supreme sacrifice in the World War. So at that time, the World War was the only World War they were talking about. And it looks like there was about 10 guys there. 10 guys from this area. So that must be that doesn't seem like a historical marker. Nobody takes care of it anymore. There's no flag flying, which is understandable. I mean, most of the families of World War I people are getting very aged themselves. My parents have family, well, their parents were World War I age people, and my parents are in their 80s now. I'm assuming that's it. Doesn't say what the gun is from, or the gun barrel. If I had to guess, I would say either, usually they take stuff like that off of ships, but it could have just been a artillery piece the Army had, but I bet you it's off a ship. That doesn't look like artillery from Army. Maybe an expert will see that and actually know. Well, get back to my app here. I gotta turn right up here in a little ways. Wow. It's a good idea. Ain't much to do out here, but you can give them a swimming pool. For sure. Oh. Is this it? Yeah. It's telling me to turn here. And I think I went a street too soon. I'll fix it here. I went a street too soon. It's not like Google Maps I'm trying to follow here. It's a little website app is all it is. Now we're back on the original road. Now that's a bus. Them kids are riding in style. That is awesome. And honest to goodness, old Iowa town, the downtown lounge. They wave me on there. Hobbies and books. Isn't that something though? All across this great country, all the small towns have abandoned downtowns that are full of little side gig businesses. This is not good. I did not plan on gravel. Oh my. I had no idea that they meant this old. Now, the reason gravel's such a big issue on a Goldwing is they are not made for it. It's not like a car. It is very wobbly. You have little to no control on gravel with a motorcycle like this. Please turn to pavement. And it's not going to. Well, we'll see how it goes. Wonder how long this will go on. Vanguard utility people. Well, unfortunately, I'm not doing this. And we lost it. If I really thought there would be something interesting down there, yeah, I might take it. Chances are it's gonna be desolate. Sometimes desolate is interesting, but not today. I was glad to see downtown Iowa, downtown Glidden, Iowa. There's the Dairy Mart. Sounds like a good idea. Some ice cream about now. Alright, I'll turn it back on at the next interesting point.